Hi, my name is Linda, and Jesus has asked me to start a YouTube channel to share with others how he has shown me to study the Bible, share my testimony, and whatever else he throws my way. Anyone is walking closely with him knows that you just never know from one day to the next what he has for us to do for him. This was a surprise to me on Monday, so here I am. He's funny that way. I'm going to start here in Genesis 1 and show you what he's shown me and how to study this easily on your computer. So I'm going to just start here and I'm going to read it. And then as I go, I'm going to point out things that he's shown me. Now, I'm not going to act like I'm going to see everything that's in this word, but what he's shown me, he does want me to share with you all. So let me start here at the beginning. As you can see, I have tabs already open because I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as I can and then show you all some tools that he's shown me to use. And I'll just go as long as I can. I'm going to try and keep this to 15 minutes. So let me get going here. Okay, so what I did here is I first of all went to I just went to Google and Bible Gateway is one that he has shown me to use. So I just searched for Bible Gateway and then I pulled up went to got Bible Gateway and up here I typed in Genesis 1 in this line here. Um, and then I just hit the over here. Okay, so it just brought up the whole scripture, you can see. It's just nice and easy. And I'm using the KJV version because what he's shown me is that you really can't, it's probably the most accurate unless you have like a Geneva Bible. I do not have a Geneva Bible. I've heard those are great, but I don't have one. But there's also way older versions that are even better. I found a channel, and I'll see here if we have time, if I can find that channel quick for you guys, or I'll do it in a later video. This gentleman has a Bible from 1775, and you can clearly see that the words have been changed in the Bible big time. The one of his videos that I watched, he was reading from Jude, and he gets at the bottom of, or the very last paragraph in Jude, and it says God wife with an F, okay, instead of an S. And he actually read it that way out loud. And then somebody came on and said, "Oh no, we've determined that that's supposed to be an S, as in Sam." Okay, so but in his book, you can clearly see that it's a small F as in Frank. Okay, so they don't know anything about the truth, so they're assuming that that is just a typo. But the guy even says that every one of they see this all over where it's supposed to be wise in instead of wife. Okay. So anyway, I'll try and find that for you all later. So anyway, let me just get going on this and I'm just going to read it out loud and then I'll just point out things as I go. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void. Okay, so it's void here. So I want to go into this a little bit in case we have anybody who doesn't believe in the Lord and maybe you're scientific. So years ago, I watched on Discovery Channel or the History Channel how the earth was formed. Okay, so they say that there had to be water first, right? And they say it's 30 billion years old. Well, they probably are correct because it sat there void for a long time until everything started going awry in heaven and then evil ones started being cast down to the earth. Okay. And okay, so let me just keep going. And darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Okay, so darkness, that it's all dark at this point, right? There is no light, but I tend to believe that this is probably leading to that evil spirits are in the waters. Okay, the first there was only the seas, and you'll see that here in a minute. Um, And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Okay, so the waters here. Waters is representative of spirits. There's good and evil spirits. So there's good water and there's bad waters. Okay, and you can see this. I'll go show you this here. Um, what I do is I use the KJV word lookup. I just went to my browser and I looked for KJV word lookup. Okay, I don't use this one. I think this is the easiest. This is the University of Michigan one. Okay, so I've already clicked on it and I got it up over here. I've typed up waters in here and I just clicked. If you click search here, it's going to bring up every scripture that has those words in it. So you can read through these, but I'm just going to go to, I notice that it's easy to see that he's talking about this. If you go to Job 26, I'm just going to use this as an example, but you can you can read through all these and then you're going to see it clearly. So Job 26, dead things are formed from under the waters, and the inhabitants thereof. He bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not rent under them. Okay, so they don't know him. Okay, that's what rent means. When he rent the curtain after Jesus was crucified, this is telling you that they don't know him, okay? The true him. He hath compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night comes to the end. Okay, so just go through these scriptures and you'll see it. Once you understand this, it's symbolic. It's also can mean water, just regular water, right? But he always it has double meanings. Generally has a double meaning going in every verse that when you go into these kind of words. And one thing I've noticed is, like, when you go back here, is when he repeats words over and over, you need to go and check and find out why he's repeating these things, okay? What do they mean? Okay, so just go through this and read those, and I think you'll see it clearly that waters are representing spirits, okay? Um, all right, so where was I? Okay, so firmament. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. Okay, so he's talking about spirits here, firmament, because down here, if you go further down, he tells you, and God called the firmament heaven. Okay, so there's three heavens. So because he mentions it three times here, right? And God said, let there be a firmament, a heaven, in the midst of the water. So that's evil spirit, or their spirit where heaven is. Okay, or in the midst. So you have the upper heaven where God is. Then you have another heaven where the evil ones are. Then, here we go. Let's see. And let it divide the waters from the waters. Okay, because it's dividing the spirits. It's dividing the good spirits from the bad spirits. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Okay, so you see here. Okay, so and God made the firmament, heaven, and divided the waters the spirits which were under the firmament, okay, from the waters which were above the firmament. So that's him dividing the evil and the good. He kicked the evil ones out into a different heaven. And God called the firmament heaven. and the evening and the morning were the second day. And I'm going to stop right there, and then I'll come back and make another video because I'm going to try and keep these as short as possible because I've found that for me, I don't have time to listen to, these hour, 2 hour long videos all the time. So I'm going to keep them nice and short. So I'll stop here and then I'll come back with another video and go further into this. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.